So there's this quote that I've been really pondering and meditating on because I just think it holds so much profound truth and wisdom in it. And the quote is from Joseph Campbell, and it says, "Follow your bliss, and the universe will open up doors for you where there were only walls." And to me, that just really hits home because that's the big question, right? What is my purpose in life? What's my calling? Why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? And what Joseph Campbell is saying is follow your bliss. Now, what does that mean? Okay, so I'll break it down into 3 points about what does this concept of following your bliss mean. Okay, so the first one is your bliss. Let's say this first. Your bliss is your passion in life. Okay, what do you love to do the most? What do you feel like you were born for? Whatever that is, what I want you to notice is that there's a deep knowing, deep within your bones, that this is what you were created for. And you've always, somehow, you've always known this, right? And so for some people, they say, oh, I've known what I was going to do since I was a kid. And I ended up doing it, and my life's been fantastic since because I've been doing what I love my entire life. And so that happened to my mom. My mom grew up dancing. She loved dancing more than anything. And she started dancing when she was 3 years old. She took dance lessons her whole life. And then when she graduated from high school, she opened up her own studio. And she had this studio for 20 plus years, was very successful in it. And then she sold it. And then a couple years later, she opened up another studio, and now she's still teaching. And that's been her passion, dance. So she got to dance her whole life, and then she got to teach it. And she is following her bliss. She's following what she's been most passionate about. And that's been, really inspiring for me to see and look up to. But she has always known that since she was a kid. Now, there's also times where, not everybody is born with this intuitive knowing of, oh, I know what I'm supposed to do, or I've known what I was supposed to do since I was a little kid. That doesn't happen to everybody. And for most people, they learn about it later in life. But here's the thing, and this is what I want you to pay attention to. Whenever you do end up learning about it later in life, when you learn about it, it's like, yeah, this isn't even new. I'm hearing it for the first time, and I'm learning about it for the first time, but something deep within me has always known this, and I can't really explain it or describe it, but it resonates with me. And that's a really good word, I think, to articulate what this feeling is like. It's like it's not a intellectual knowing, it's an intuitive, it's a heart knowing. It comes from your heart. Deep within your innermost being that this is what I was born for. This is why I'm here, and this is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life. It's a knowing that comes from the heart. And so even if you learn it later on in life, and you haven't always known it since you were a kid, when you do finally discover it, it's like, yes, there's this voice that just shouts from within you, this is it. Okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing is you're going to, whatever this is, it's going to be your unique gift to the world. Okay? So it's going to be beyond yourself. It's going to be something that blesses other people, not just you. It's going to be some kind of service, some kind of talent, skill that can help other people. And I think this is the most important aspect of the three components of following your bliss. I'd say this is the most important one because this is where you're truly going to find that contentment, that fulfillment, that sense of peace, that sense of joy. When you are giving to others, when you are helping other people, when you are taking your mind off yourself and focusing on your neighbor, when you're loving your neighbor as yourself, there's a divine alignment that happens within you, and you just know that, okay, this is it. This is what life is all about. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than what I thought. It's for the people around me. And you realize that we're all interconnected. So as you are serving other people, as you are helping those in need, you are simultaneously helping yourself and healing yourself and loving yourself. Love your neighbor as yourself, right? So there's this unique, this really interesting connection between service to others and fulfilling your purpose in that sense. So I would say that that's probably the most important component. Now, the third one is whatever it is, whatever your purpose is, you are going to have more passion and more excitement. That's key. Excitement is key. And I think that's very close to bliss. So how do I know what my purpose is? What are you most excited about? What wakes you up in the morning? What do you dream about? What is it that just lights you up? That's it. Whatever that is, that's it. And I think for so many people, we grow up with this thing, with this passion, with this desire, with this dream, with these goals, and then we get talked out of it by our family or by our friends or by society or whatever. We get talked out of it, and we move out of our hearts into our mind, and then we talk ourselves out of it, and then it never happens, and then we live our whole life regretting, if I just would have done this, or if I just would have took that risk, and that's no way to live. So I say that you find it within yourself. What is it that you are most passionate about and that you love more than anything, beyond anything you can think or imagine? Okay? And what brings you excitement? That's your bliss. Follow that. Just give it a chance. Just give it a chance. See where it goes. Okay? And once you jump into that river, because it's a flow, like Joseph Campbell said, that the universe will start to open up doors for you where you thought doors could never be opened. And there's this grace that just, I don't know, it just causes your life to flow. There's rivers of life that come pouring out of you, and things just start to line up, and connections and synchronicities and all these things just align. Why? Because you're following your bliss. And at first it might not seem like it's going to work out, or it may seem like this is confusing and maybe this is not supposed to be what, but just let the river do its job. Just sit back and allow the flow to take you where you need to be. And that's part of following your bliss. It's a state of being that isn't focused on striving and trying to accomplish and trying to attain. You're trusting God. You're trusting the flow, the divine will, the universe to bring you into the place that you're supposed to be in. But it starts with making that decision to follow your heart, follow your bliss. And so, I think, again, this is something that's been on my heart for a while, and I'm experiencing it in my own life. I'm seeing it in other people's lives, and it's really, really cool. And I think that it takes a lot of courage at first, but if you can meditate on it and think about, what if you were brought to this earth with a calling, with a passion, with a purpose, then why not take the chance? Don't let people talk you out of it, okay? Write it down and know that this is why you're here, and take the chance and follow your bliss. That's it. I'll see y'all next time.